Hello and welcome to this yet another edition, will it ever end, of Pokemon Crystal. Now, I actually have my timer set this time, so hopefully we won't have the same catastrophe we had last time with being a 14 some odd, nearly 15-minute video that I cut off right in time. So let's just jump right into it. This time around, I'm going to actually go and get a hoothoot. And I'm going to do that because it will help me to defeat this grass tower. And flying's actually not bad against flying. It's definitely better than attempting to use a grass type. And I'm going to need some backing to my... Wow, first Pokemon to come up. I'm going to need some backing to my Totodile villain. So, let us fight to the near death and then throw something at you. Okay, plan B. Let's just throw something. I do have an extra Pokeball, cool, that I picked up in the last round. Now, here's something cool, actually, if I actually catch it. It changed colors, and that actually matches the average color palette, the two most common color palette colors of Hoothoot, whatever they are, which in this case appears to be brown and black. Hoothoot, yes, I will name Hoothoot. What gender? It is a female. Let us call it Olivina. Yeah, yeah, that's invented. I like to name my Pokemon. That one is not inspired by anything. That was just something that hit me. Wouldn't this be an awesome name for a flying type? And then I was like, yes it does, brain! I don't think that was grammatically correct. Sounds like an awesome name for a fighting or flying type. Yes it does, brain. I guess it makes sense a little bit. Heal, my friend. Actually, I'm not gonna have to grind here. I'm just gonna go up that incredibly long tower with a lot of grass types, and use that as an opportunity to level Hoothoot. Olivina. I will try to refer to my Pokemon as their names that I've given them, not by their the actual what they are, which is what I tend to do. Because I name them and then just call them by whatever their nickname is, or whatever their real name is. Let us start up the tower. In Pokemon Gold and Silver, I don't believe the little bars that appear at the bottom when you're entering a new area were that fancy. I think they were just like the text boxes, like when somebody talks to you, not those cool little sign things. So, Bellsprout is first up. Amazing, isn't it? In a place called Sprout Tower with pictures of Bellsprout everywhere and statues of Bellsprout everywhere, and everybody kind of looks like Bellsprout with their bald heads and eyes being all weird. Yeah, you would not expect to see a Bellsprout here. No, you'd expect to see something less obvious, wouldn't you? As she doesn't know any flying type moves as of yet, but Bellsprout do know flying moves, so they would be killing Totodile at the moment. They would be killing Dylan at the moment. But Olivina can, of course, take the hits, just receiving minimal damage every time. And Bellsprout are actually pretty good for grinding. They provide quite a bit of EXP for being so, weak. So this will be a great way to get Olivina up. The problem is that generally when you go up this tower, whatever Pokemon you use as your lead while you're doing it, generally all people I've talked to have like a lead going up this tower, one who just plows through it. But whoever's your lead always ends up so far ahead of your other Pokemon that it's just kind of not cool. You end up having to train up your other Pokemon. I don't know if everybody has that problem. I like to keep all my Pokemon at roughly the same level. If one is a higher level, I'll train the other in place of them. And the only time I don't do this, no, I will not change Pokemon. The only time I don't train like this is when I'm fighting Gym Leader, and then I go by type matchups because they tend to be stronger. You actually need to use type matchups in order to keep everything kind of sound. Yes, knocked owl. Interesting fact about flying types is until the 5th generation, Olivina learned Foresight. Wonderful. Move I will never use. Foresight prevents your opponent from raising their evasion, which they were like I don't even know how to pronounce what they do. They use some weird word that's like a mix of evasion and I don't know. It has nest on the end, which is weird. It prevents your opponent from raising their evasion, which is pretty useless altogether because the only attacks really that do that, only one attack that really does that is Double Team, which, it comes up every once in a while, but not often enough to make sense of an entire move out of your move pool. So I will get rid of that as soon as possible. I will actually keep Growl over that. Sometimes I'll keep moves that don't do damage, especially in early levels, because Pokemon like to use Bide, which returns whatever damage you do to them while they're charging doubled. So Bide, you have to use non-damaging moves, and you don't get hurt at all. There are generally Pokemon that have tendencies to use one attack over another. Yeah. So we will probably not make it through this tower in this Let's Play because there are so many Bellsprouts everywhere. So I'll end up cutting. Okay, sorry about that little cut there. I was distracted. That may have cut out an entire battle with a Bellsprout. Whatever. It's one less Bellsprout. Ooh, we don't get to watch you fight one of the hundreds of Bellsprouts you will probably demolish throughout the course of this tower. Oh, so sad. Wow, excellent miss. Amazing. Anyway, I believe that I was talking about flying types, and then I learned Foresight and kind of got off on a tangent. So, let me get back to that. Flying types, interesting fact, until Generation 5, which just came out, and I've been playing White for a while. It's awesome! I love the new Pokemon, kind of. Some of them are really, really cool. Some of them, I just want to, they're the kind of things where you should just push them under the rug and never talk about them again. I loved Trubbish when they first showed it, which is the little living trash bag. But it also shows how far the franchise has fallen because anthropomorphic trash bag. But its evolution is just disgusting. And the other one, the gear, which they didn't even re-sprite every time. They just copied and pasted and added new stuff. That was really lazy, and they could have honestly had fans. They have fans that do a better job creating fake Pokemon. So that was just lazy of them. So until Generation 5, there were no pure flying type Pokemon. Yes, flying types are actually generally never made pure flying type. They did it for one legendary, I believe, Tornellos in the 5th gen was the only pure flying type Pokemon ever to exist. reason they did this is because no Pokemon lives exclusively in the sky. They would have done it, probably, I would assume, with Rayquaza, but Rayquaza is also Dragon, so it didn't get that. Otherwise, I would think that would be the only other one that would make an exception. Pokemon don't only fly, they have to land at some point. So generally, if they would be pure flying types, they're flying normal. And for the longest time, I thought Hoothoot's evolution Noctowl, who actually has Nocturnal in the name, well, has a bit of Nocturnal in the name. Noctowl doesn't have a Dark type, or even a Psychic typing, which it also does a lot of Psychic stuff. Yeah, it's just flying normal, which I always thought was weird. I thought it would have been cool to have dark flying. I don't think they've done that matchup with Murkrow. Oh, yeah, they have done that. Wow, Olivina is getting weak. So, and actually, I'm running low on time too. I'm gonna try and keep these mostly to 10 minutes, aside from that last little debacle from the last video where it was 14 minutes. So, in an effort to keep it close to 10 minutes, and since I'm going to have to run down to the Pokemon Center and just run straight back up, I'm going to cut this off right about here. And next time, I will continue up this tower, and Olivina will already be healed, so you don't have to watch me go back down to the Pokemon Center. And I will talk at you again in the future. Goodbye.